Do you still remember Venerable Dark Phantom? He was the mysterious powerhouse personally invited by King Jinyan to intimidate King Nightmare Candle and ordered the release of Luo Feng, who had been falsely accused and trapped in the treasure theft incident. You might wonder, King Nightmare Candle, as the only son of Venerable Fire Erosion, had been pampered and indulged since childhood. Arrogant and overbearing by nature, he had always acted in a domineering and unruly manner. Logically speaking, even if he had disobeyed orders and killed Luo Feng without permission, he would at most have received a scolding or symbolic imprisonment in a Starfield prison, with the matter eventually brushed aside. So why was he so fearful of Venerable Dark Phantom? The reason is simple, because even someone as powerful as Venerable Fire Erosion held deep respect for Venerable Dark Phantom. In fact, while Venerable Gui advanced to the stage of a universe overlord by cultivating secret techniques created by Shi Luo Duo, Venerable Dark Phantom rose entirely through his own comprehension. He created his own amplification secret technique that altered his physical structure, honing his body into a terrifying killing machine. His ultimate techniques were not only immensely powerful but also perfectly attuned to his own body, allowing him to unleash a combat strength far beyond what could be achieved by relying on others' methods. He was like a demon born in darkness. True to his title Dark Phantom, and also the Virtual Universe Company's undisputed god of slaughter, a universe overlord whose name struck fear into countless powerful beings. His strength was even said to rival that of the Tianure Palace Master, and he was definitely not someone Venerable Fire Erosion could afford to provoke. King Nightmare Candle knew very well that when Venerable Dark Phantom spoke, no matter how unwilling he felt, he had no choice but to obey and obediently release Luo Feng. Do you still remember Venerable Undying, who appeared during the battle over Earth's ownership? Have you ever wondered why, even within the virtual universe, the oppressive aura released by Venerable Undying still made Luo Feng feel an intense sense of pressure? In fact, the Venerable Undying is a universe overlord-level powerhouse, on par with the Tianure Palace Master. However, unlike Venerable Dark Phantom, Venerable Undying's combat strength, while slightly superior to that of Venerable Fire Erosion, still falls short of Venerable Dark Phantom's. His status as an equal to the Tianure Palace Master doesn't come from sheer might, but from the one ability that strikes fear into all, that is, his undying nature. You may have noticed that many powerhouses carry rather peculiar titles. Take King Nightmare Candle for instance. Why choose Candle as part of the name? In fact, these titles are usually not their real names, but honorary titles granted upon breaking through to the King Immortal level. They often derive from their signature techniques or weapons where it's sometimes self-chosen, sometimes bestowed by other King Immortal level beings. In the case of King Nightmare Candle, his real name is Cha Luo. His title originates from a powerful treasure worn on his head that, once activated, can plunge enemies into terrifying nightmares. As an immortal with fire attributes, his skill in controlling fire is average, so Candle symbolizes his flame-based power. It might also imply the victim's desperate yearning for a sliver of light amidst endless nightmares. Then there's Venerable Nine Swords. Clearly, no one would call themselves Nine Swords without good reason. This title stems from his iconic and fearsome weapons and also reveals his identity as a spiritual master. After all, only spiritual masters can simultaneously control multiple weapons with precision, which something physical-type warriors typically cannot do. As for the Venerable Undying, bearing the title Undying speaks volumes. Powerhouses are proud beings. If one's title is unearned, it would only draw ridicule or hostility. In the long river of time, aside from cultivation and treasures, the only things worth a strong being's obsession are reputation and status. What makes the Venerable Undying so feared is the fact that he once escaped from the hands of a universe master. It is worth mentioning that the purity of a universe master's divine power is at least 100 times greater than that of a universe venerable. Even most universe overlords would face certain death under such power, but the Venerable Undying survived. As a direct disciple of the founder of Hugh Jack's Dojo, he should have held a position of great prestige. However, due to his reclusive nature and poor social skills, his influence in the Hugh Jack's Dojo was even less than that of Venerable Fire Erosion. He was far more passionate about exploration, frequently venturing into forbidden zones that even universe venerables dared not approach, and time and again, he returned alive. That is precisely why, even though his combat power may not rival the Tianure Palace Master, his overall strength and deterrence are on par. After all, no one wants to provoke an unkillable enemy, as any grudge formed could very well lead to catastrophic revenge. Are you curious why, whenever universe overlords are mentioned, the Tianure Palace Master, or also known as the Lord of Tianure Palace, is always the point of comparison? One reason is that he was the very first universe overlord the protagonist encountered. More importantly, the Tianure Palace Master is indeed incomparably powerful. Before Luo Feng's rise, he was arguably the most renowned universe overlord among the human race, and even among the myriad races of the universe, his name commanded fear and respect. You may have noticed that, unlike other universe overlords who are generally referred to as venerable, he is instead addressed as master or lord. For long-lived powerhouses, nothing matters more than reputation and status, and a title is the embodiment of both. The fact that the Tianure Palace Master held dominion over the Blood River world for billions of years without defeat is itself a form of deterrence. Some might question whether guarding a world like Blood River continent, which didn't even have king immortals capable of teleportation, truly reflects his strength. In fact, Blood River crystals weren't just immensely helpful to Luo Feng when he was still at the universe or domain master level, they were equally valuable to universe venerables. In fact, all human cultivators are limited by a 100-fold life gene level before they break through to and reach universe master. However, the power of the Blood River crystals could temporarily transform one's genetic structure, multiplying their strength several times in an instant. Theoretically, if enough Blood River crystals are fused, even a high-level universe venerable could break past their base strength limits and ascend to the universe overlord level. Of course, this assumes the cultivator can withstand the brutal will of slaughter infused in the Blood River power and possesses a body strong enough to bear it. Tempted by such incredible power, without a strong deterrent in place, universe venerables would surely have turned the place into a bloodbath in their scramble for the crystals. Human universe venerables may still fear the authority of the virtual universe company and restrain themselves, but alien races may not care about the human race's dignity. If there is no powerful figure guarding a universe secret realm, alien races may take the risk. Once the potential gains far outweigh the risks, they naturally won't back down. After all, space-type venerables can silently teleport thousands of light-years. Without a top-tier powerhouse personally stationed there, by the time subordinates detect the intruder's presence, it may already be too late. This is precisely why the Tianure Palace Master is able to guard one of the human race's critical universe secret realms. His immense strength is evident. In fact, a top-tier universe overlord like the Tianure Palace Master could easily kill a mid-tier universe venerable with just his mastery of the laws alone, without even relying on weapons. Using an upper law domain granted by the original universe and supplementing it with secret techniques, he could unleash the full potential of lower law. He wouldn't even need to burn his divine body to completely annihilate a mid-tier universe venerable. If he were to unleash his space domain and then channel his terrifying black flames which enhance through secret techniques to their extreme, anyone caught in the domain who touches the flames, even if protected by a treasure grade or top-tier armor, would perish within a few seconds if their divine body wasn't strong enough. And if he went a step further and used his weapon, he could eliminate even high-tier universe venerables like Venerable Fire Erosion in a single strike. A being of his caliber, even when facing newly ascended or low-tier universe masters, still possesses the power to contend with them. The secret techniques he created are often no less powerful than those wielded by these universe masters themselves. Certainly, compared to truly powerful universe masters, there remains a vast gap between universe overlords and universe masters. Take the Void Gold Master as an example. He is a universe master with a life gene level reaching 10,000 times. The purity and vastness of his divine power are far beyond what any human universe overlord can compare to. It's important to understand that human cultivators are generally limited to a 100-fold life gene level. Even with heaven-defying amplification secret techniques, reaching an effect equivalent to several thousand times is already extraordinarily rare. And even if they succeed in seizing a special life form, managing to possess one with several hundredfold life gene levels is already considered an exceptional stroke of fortune. Therefore, before breaking through to the universe master level, it's almost impossible for a human cultivator to attain a 10,000-fold life gene level. Of course, Luo Feng is an exception. In fact, the number of heavenly bridge levels corresponding to a chaos steel can indirectly reflect the strength of a cultivator. The Heaven Ruin Chaos Steel created by the Void Gold Master corresponds to the 26th level of the Heavenly Bridge, just one level fewer than the 9 Universes Chaos Steel that Luo Feng is currently delving into. Its ranking among the Chaos Steels places it firmly within the top 10. At present, the entire human race has a total of 18 Universe Masters, and Void Gold Master ranks approximately 8th among them in terms of strength. Within the Huge Axe Dojo, he holds extremely high authority, which is second only to the founder of Huge Axe Dojo. During many of the human race's major meetings, if the founder does not personally attend, the Void Gold Master is often the one to represent him. This clearly demonstrates his highly esteemed status within the race. Of course, compared to the Primal Chaos City Leader, Void Gold Master is several tiers weaker. After all, the Universe Chaos Steel created by the Primal Chaos City Leader corresponds to a full 30 levels of the Heavenly Bridge, or 4 levels more than the Heaven Ruin Chaos Steel created by Void Gold Master. It is the second highest Chaos Steel in terms of Heavenly Bridge levels. In the cultivation system, the higher the number of levels a Chaos Steel corresponds to, the greater the difficulty of comprehension, the higher the potential, and the more powerful the techniques it imparts. It's known that with each level advanced on the Heavenly Bridge, one's combat strength increases significantly. Therefore, it's clear that Primal Chaos City Leader's strength far surpasses that of Void Gold Master. Within the human race, Primal Chaos City Leader ranks third in overall strength, second only to Ancestor Yuan and the founder of the Huge Axe Dojo. He is currently the second strongest combat force among humans, since Ancestor Yuan is still being suppressed by the will of the universe's origin. You might wonder, since Luofeng has displayed such astonishing talent in cultivation, why isn't he considered the most outstanding figure in the eyes of the Primal Chaos City Leader? The answer can actually be glimpsed through the Chaos Steel that the City Leader created. In the term Universe Chaos Steel, Yu represents space, and Zhou represents time. This is precisely why beings at this level are called Masters of the Universe, or simply Universe Masters, as it symbolizes their role as controllers of both space and time. It is for this reason that the Chaos Steel, created by the Primal Chaos City Leader, can guide cultivators from the universe level onward to follow the original laws of space and time, continuing their cultivation until they reach the realm of a Universe Master. Of course, all of this is based on the premise that the individual possesses sufficiently extraordinary talent. Even someone as gifted as Bolin could only focus on space as his main law and time as a supplement, where he was unable to progress both simultaneously. This shows how incredibly difficult this path is to follow, and it further highlights the terrifying talent of Primal Chaos City Leader, who ranks third among the human race. In comparison, in the eyes of Sitting Mountain Guest, Void Gold Master's cultivation talent is inferior even to that of Hong and is far from being comparable to Primal Chaos City Leader. In addition, Primal Chaos City Leader possesses 3 bodies, and each body has the combat strength of a top-tier Universe Master. With the aid of supreme treasures or treasure-grade weapons, he can even exert combat power at the absolute peak of the Universe Master level. This also means that within the original universe, no individual powerhouse is capable of defeating Primal Chaos City Leader one-on-one. You should know that due to the power limit imposed by the original universe, as long as Primal Chaos City Leader keeps even one of his bodies within it, even a true god-level existence would struggle to completely erase him. This is the fundamental reason why he can safeguard multiple critical universe secret realms for the human race, and why powerful beings from other races have never dared to act recklessly. You might wonder, as a Universe Master who controls space and time, why has Primal Chaos City Leader never taken action to resurrect his perished disciples, especially someone as highly talented as Kudi? In fact, it's not that he is unwilling, but rather that he is powerless. Unless one is the master of the origin world, attempting to reverse time to resurrect powerful beings often leads to severe backlash. Reviving a single high-tier Universe Venerable is enough to seriously injure an average-sized Universe Master. Attempting to revive a Universe Overlord might even result in the caster's own demise. This is one of the key reasons why not every perished cultivator can be brought back to life. So why couldn't Kudi, who died while only at the World Master level, be revived either? This is not just about power level restrictions, it also heavily depends on the specific circumstances surrounding the deceased. First, if a soul has been enslaved, the resurrection will also bring back the soul binding contract, which is an irreversible and unremovable pact. Second, if the person possessed multiple rare opportunities or fateful inheritances, the backlash caused by their resurrection could surpass what even a Universe Master can endure. According to the setting of Swallowed Star, once a soul is enslaved, the soul contract becomes eternal. Even if time-space is reversed and the person is resurrected, the contract remains intact. Furthermore, if the master of a soul slave dies, the souls of the slaves also dissipate and perish. However, resurrection is still possible, but only if the master is revived at the same time. For instance, when Luofeng became a Universe Master and brought Hu Yanba back to life, he also resurrected Hu Yanba's enslaved followers. With Luofeng's immense divine body, even reviving 10 immortals at once was as trivial to him as trimming his nails, which having no impact on his power. However, if one becomes the slave of another race, then resurrection loses all meaning. Based on the multiple hints and advice that Primal Chaos City Leader gave to Luo Feng, it is highly likely that Kudi had already been soul-enslaved before his death. Additionally, the vastness of the universe includes countless bizarre and extremely dangerous areas within universe secret realms. If someone accidentally enters such a zone, they may become eternally trapped, unable to escape or even communicate with the outside world. In such a case, resurrection is also impossible. After all, the person is still alive. However, to the outside world, being permanently trapped and unreachable is no different from being dead. If Primal Chaos City Leader is currently the second strongest combat force of the human race, then the founder of Huge Axe Dojo, Hong's teacher, is the strongest, second only to Ancestor Yuan. He is the second true god-level being among the humans. Although one's undying divine body reverts to a flesh and blood form upon breaking through to the true god level, the physical body at that point is far stronger than that of any universe master. In addition, true god-level beings are empowered by their miniature universe, which are connected to their true god hearts, granting them energy reserves far surpassing those of universe masters. As a result, they can forcibly withstand the intense backlash from the laws of the universe when reversing time and space to resurrect universe overlords. Even so, the number of powerhouses they can resurrect remains limited, as the more individuals they bring back, the greater the backlash. Even a true god may suffer severe injury or even face demise as a consequence. Moreover, the upper limit for resurrection is a universe overlord. Any being above that level causes backlash so severe that it could lead to the true god's own demise. This also means that once a universe master or true god dies, they cannot be resurrected unless the master of the origin world personally intervenes. While the true god realm may seem like the pinnacle of power within the original universe, in fact, true gods are actually rejected and suppressed by the universe's origin will. As a result, the strength of the founder of Huge Axe Dojo within the original universe is only slightly stronger than that of top-tier universe masters. Whenever he kills a universe master inside the original universe, he suffers severe backlash from the supreme laws. This is precisely why top-tier universe masters are extremely difficult to truly kill within the original universe. Because of this, true gods rarely take action inside the original universe. Most battles are fought between universe masters or lower levels beings. The real battlefield for a true god is the vast and boundless universe ocean. Once they leave the original universe, they are no longer restricted and can unleash their full combat power. Thus, in the universe ocean, ordinary universe masters rarely dare to provoke a true god, especially one wielding a true god-grade weapon. Such weapons can elevate a wielder's combat strength by at least one tier, surpassing what most universe masters can withstand. Unfortunately, the human race has yet to possess a single true god-tier weapon. Even so, defeating Huge Axe would require the combined effort of several true gods. During the same reincarnation era, he was among the stronger true gods. Otherwise, despite the demon race having two true gods, their territory still did not exceed that of the human race. Although his strength in the universe ocean was considered upper mid-tier, he contributed vast amounts of treasure to the human race, and he is undoubtedly the wealthiest human cultivator. Through a stroke of fortune, Huge Axe once acquired a true god-tier axe weapon, greatly boosting his strength. Even across the universe ocean, he ranked among the top combatants. But fate was cruel. He was ambushed and ultimately killed by a sector beast, the final boss in the first Swallowed Star novel. Fortunately, after Luo Feng became the master of the origin world, he retrieved Huge Axe from the River of Time. So, you might wonder, if Huge Axe is currently the human race's strongest combat force, why is his strength only ranked second? Isn't that a contradiction? Actually, it is not. This is because Ancestor Yuan is suppressed by the universe's origin will, unable to even control his own miniature universe, let alone personally participate in battles between races. Therefore, naturally, he cannot contribute any actual combat power to the human race. As the first true god-level being in human history, Ancestor Yuan's rise once led humanity to break free from alien oppression, rapidly expand their territory, and soar to new heights. His power soared continuously until he reached the pinnacle, becoming the universally recognized strongest in the universe ocean. Given his realm before being suppressed, breaking through to the void true god level seemed almost inevitable. However, he never took that step. He discovered that the two ancient beings who had successfully passed through the cycle of reincarnation never appeared in the universe ocean, which made him doubt the truth behind the cycle of reincarnation. He began to suspect that the so-called path of reincarnation was actually a trap set by the universe's origin will. To break free from this control, Ancestor Yuan, after ensuring the safety of the human race and waiting until huge axe also broke through to true God and left behind a treasure to guard the race, resolutely attempted to soul-possess the original universe, intending to overthrow the mandatory reincarnation rules. He personally created the virtual universe as a medium for the soul possession. With his will, which had reached the eternal true God level, combined with the high compatibility between the virtual universe and the original universe, he was theoretically capable of success. Unfortunately, he was in the universe ocean, and trying to possess the original universe before his will reached the God King level was nothing short of challenging the supreme rules, naturally provoking a powerful suppression by the universe's origin will. Although Ancestor Yuan can no longer provide even a trace of combat power, the strength of the human race has never relied solely on force. Take the extraterritorial battlefield as an example. Humans are naturally inferior to many alien races in life, gene level and physique, yet they have never been at a disadvantage in racial wars. This is precisely where the virtual universe plays a crucial role. It equips every warrior with a military system that enables information sharing, instant support requests, and precise coordination, as well as constructing a comprehensive battlefield support system. Moreover, the virtual universe is responsible for integrating and distributing mystical techniques. It systematically selects, collects, and classifies secret techniques from across the universe, allowing cultivators to choose the path best suited to their cultivation, greatly enhancing cultivation efficiency and potential. This systematic and standardized system is a key guarantee for the continuous emergence of strong humans. Therefore, although Ancestor Yuan's combat power is sealed, the virtual universe he created still profoundly influences the fate and future of the entire human race. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.